As twilight dims and the night begins to stir, in the hollow moments betwixt wake and slumber, you may find yourself in the Spooking Minutes. Listener, be careful. You're in for a scare. And he woke up from the nightmare, drenched in sweat. But when he tried to clear the sweat away from his eyes, he realized his hands were now lobster claws. Ah! Oh, spooky. Oh, hello, listener. Welcome to the Spooking Minutes, the podcast where childhood fears come to life. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Spooking Minutes. We are back outside, around the fire, crackling, beautiful night. I'm, of course, one of your hosts, Silent Scream Steven.
I am Macabre Matthew.
And I'm Lanky Louise.
Welcome to the Spooking Minutes. We're going to have some fun here. Got a question for you guys. We always like to kick off with a little question here. Today's question: what classic monster do you think you could take in a fight?
Well, have you heard the old adage that you don't need to outrun a bear? You just need to outrun the slowest member in your party.
Yes.
I'm thinking the same thing, which is why I think I could totally take on a zombie. They're pretty slow. They're shuffling.
Yeah.
So as long as I can outrun the slowest member in my party, I'm good.
Zombies are a gimme. I think mummies are also they seem pretty easy to beat. Also, they're wearing lots of pretty dry-looking bandages. Just toss a match down. I think it's going to go up in flames.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a little fact that people don't know: in the pyramids, they didn't have fire extinguishers.
No. I do think also it depends on the time of day too that the fight happens. Like if I challenged Dracula to a fight at noon, I think I could take him.
Oh, absolutely.
Or he would just forfeit. He'd be like, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Same with a werewolf. If I was like, hey, I'm going to fight this werewolf on, say, a new moon, I could probably just beat up a guy. Or woman. I'm equal opportunity.
Werewolves are generally buff otherwise, right? Like, if I know anything from the Twilight series, like, Jacob. No, not Jacob.
Jacob.
No, it's Jacob. Jacob's a pretty buff dude in real life. I don't know if I could take him on at any time,
Look,
if I'm being honest.
We can't. This was classic monsters, not Twilight universe monsters, because those guys are just going to destroy us no matter what. They've got. Those guys all have rock hard abs. The vampires are all rock hard. They're sparkly. There's probably some sort of like Frankenstein monster who's also hot.
Yeah.
They just made him out of like bodybuilder parts. He's jacked as shit. But if we're not talking about like specific time of day, I would take on a werewolf just because I think I chose last year. If I could be a werewolf or vampire, I'd be a werewolf. So there's a chance I just get bit.
Ooh.
And then I become a werewolf. And then I can let some regular guy beat me up, probably.
Hey, Steve, I have a question. If you turn into a werewolf, do you think you could recognize our friendship enough in the heat of the moment to not kill me?
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, that's nice. He's maybe lying.
No, Matt, I would definitely recognize.
What about me?
Matt, I would definitely recognize.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. I hear what you're saying. I was going to take the same track as you and say mummy, in the sense that I could probably take that on. They always seem very, very clumsy in the old films. Like, they're just not very coordinated, even less than me. You know, so I feel like that would be a surefire thing. However, your answer kind of made me reconsider the tact of the question. So it's like, I feel like vampires, like Dracula kind of thing, I could get to talking about, like, you know, makeup or something, and then he'd be like, oh, yes, I'm very interested in, like, their lifestyle, seems
Right.
very chill. Like they like being out at night. They're like,
I guess I do need some blush. Tell me more
Yes,
about
no,
the
yeah.
products.
do you know anything about like
Sephora.
making me look less pale and stuff? And I'd be like, oh, I got you. Like, I feel like I could just like be friends with a vampire, and we could talk and.
You want to go to the clubs?
Yeah, I'd like. Yeah, like we could be out at night, and
I can get you in.
Yeah. But then Frankenstein, we also know, doesn't have a lot of friends. Like, isn't that what he wants? Like the whole time, like he just wants a friend.
I think so.
I would try to like not fight him, but just be his friend. And then
Also, probably someone who could use some makeup tips, cover up all those surgery scars.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, but like. Yeah, probably people aren't very nice to him. So I think just being like, whoa, maybe, do you want to talk? And he'd be like, talk. He'd be really into it.
I will also say Creature from the Black Lagoon. Just get some plastic straws. He's going down. All right. Today, we're going to be diving into a topic, something to discuss, something spooky. Definitely childhood spooky, I think. We're talking about camping / sleepovers. Sleeping, I guess, is somewhere you're not used to, which is pretty scary when you're a kid. Especially, I found for like sleepovers, group like sleepovers, like a birthday party or something, always like more fun or less scary than a one-on-one sleepover. I don't know if that tracks for you guys as well, where there's more going on, more to distract you. I think you're probably like staying up as late as you can with like all your buds. You'll just fall asleep. But if you're like with a friend, just one, it's like you still have like a bedtime. There's less things. You're still like falling asleep in an unfamiliar environment where you don't know how to explain things away. I also remember once I had a sleepover at my friend Scott McGregor's house, and it was a one-on-one sleepover. And this is how kid brain works. I had just watched an episode of Unsolved Mysteries, and they did a story about El Chupacabra, and scared the shit out of me. And
What was so scary about it?
about El Chupacabra,
Yeah.
everything. He had the puppet they had in like the show. I remember had these like kind of bright glowing eyes. And like it looked really creepy. I've since rewatched this episode, and it's not as creepy as I remember. But I think just knowing there was some sort of blood-sucking beast out in the wilds, and Scott McGregor lived on the edge of town and like near a cornfield and woods, and I was like, "That's where El Chupacabra's going to be. He's going to come for us." So that was all I was thinking about as I was falling asleep. I've since learned El Chupacabra is mostly found in Puerto Rico. Nowhere close to southwestern Ontario, so I was fine. But man, just I don't know if that being in an unknown environment with that on your mind, Scott McGregor could have been an El Chupacabra for all I knew.
He might be. We don't know that he's not.
I wouldn't put it past him.
See,
I've seen him suck a goat dry once or twice.
Yeah,
Always
but
thought that was strange.
That's just classic Southwestern Ontario behavior, though.
Yeah.
Everyone goes to a party and we all suck goat's blood. But Steve, I have a question about your group versus one-on-one time. Do you ever get scared in a group sleepover situation that you're going to fall asleep first and everyone else is going to prank you by like drawing with permanent marker on your face or something?
I was never worried of that.
No?
Was that something you were afraid of?
No, because I think I have better stamina for staying up than many people. Like, I don't think I would be the first to fall asleep. I would be the one pranking.
You wouldn't stop a prank?
No, I would initiate the prank.
No, you wouldn't.
I pack a set of
Sharpies
everywhere I go, just in case I get invited to a group sleepover.
He's got shaving cream. He always has a bowl of tepid water.
I was just going to ask about that. Is that a thing? Do people
I've never
do
done
that?
it.
I've never done it either, and I have a lot of doubts that it would. I think someone would just wake up if you stuck their hand in water.
I don't know. I think we need to do this for science before the next episode.
Absolutely. You gotta move their arm though. I think the logistics of it just do not work.
Put Matt's hand into a bowl of tepid water and see. Put a tarp down first, because Matt's gonna if I know Matt when he's going to bed, he's fully loaded.
Well, here's the problem, though. How would you differentiate it from pranking me and doing it versus my regular bedwetting nights?
Impossible
That's a good point.
to tell. Impossible.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that when Matt wakes in the morning, he says good nights mean good mornings, which is the...
I guess that does bring up maybe one of the scariest aspects of sleepovers. Peer pressure.
Oh, terrifying.
What were you peer pressured to do at a sleepover?
Nothing really. I never really faced it. I think for me, like most sleepovers, maybe this was for boys, I don't know, for boys in general. Sleepovers I find probably end before like around high school. Then high school is just kind of parties, and you might be like, "Hey, you want to crash?" And it's like, "Yeah, I'll crash," and then you just like crash. But I don't know.
Yeah, I realized I maybe had a good group of friends because like I went to parties in high school and there was drinking and probably some wacky tobacco around. But it was never a situation where people were like, "You got to do this." Or like, I'm like, "Would you like a beer?" I'd be like, "Oh, thank you." And they're like, "Cool, let's go play some video games." And that was it. I never got peer pressured for any reason. Like, did you ever get peer pressured about drugs?
No,
Not
like,
as much.
and I went to theater school, and
Yeah.
there was lots of marijuana. But yeah, I'd get offered. I'd be like, "No, it's not for me," and they'd be like, "Cool."
Not as much as I thought I would be, considering all the people that they had speak at our school being like, "You will be asked to do drugs. Definitely say no. Say no." And you were like, "Okay, just say no. Just say no." And you're prepared. You're prepared to just say no. But I wasn't asked that much. And you would think, looking at me, that many people would be offering me lots of drugs.
Yeah. They'd probably be thinking that you were like going to give them drugs.
Probably the dealer. You would look at me and be like, "Yes, Prairie Dawn is the dealer." But no, it's just never really happened. But I will tell you what I was peer pressured to do.
Oh.
Watch scary movies at sleepovers that I didn't want to watch. So we ended
That is
up,
a tough, you don't want to seem like a chicken if they're putting on a scary movie.
that's what happened. That's what would happen.
Yeah,
So,
like Muppets Go to Space. I remember you were very uncomfortable with that.
oh, I like cried. I asked to be picked up immediately. No, this was, you remember that movie, I think it was called The Others?
Yeah, Nicole Kidman.
Classic.
Yeah.
I am your daughter.
Yeah. And there was like a big sleepover with like all the girls in my grade. And we watched it, but you know when you're doing that thing where you're too young and you're like, "Ha, yeah, totally, let's put it on." But you're really trying to delay it. So you're like, "Somebody tell that story. Wouldn't that be so funny? Let's hear it again. Brittany, tell that story again." Because you're just buying time for like, maybe we won't watch the rented movie, but they really wanted to. So we did. And then you're in this house. And again, Steve, you're very right. Like, it's an unfamiliar environment. You don't know it. It's scary.
Steve, I have a question for you.
Yo.
Let's pretend for a moment that you have children. And you have like a 7-year-old kid, and they're gonna have a big sleepover, and they want to rent a scary movie. What movie are you like? "Oh yeah, I'm gonna rent you a scary movie." What are you gonna recommend to a very young group of children?
How young?
Let's say like
7?
7? Is that a good age? Maybe that's too young.
11.
11 to 10. Like, I would probably be like, "Here, guys."
Would you go hard?
I don't think I'd go hard, but I'd be like, "Here, we're gonna watch The Lost Boys." That's like a good kind of step in. I'd say, "Hey, let's watch maybe Scream," or like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like,
those are fun.
Those are kind of like good entry level horror films that I think are still fun. Lost Boys especially.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about this anecdote I heard where some famous psychologist was all proud because her son was at a sleepover, and he said the boys were going to watch, I think they might have been 8, they were going to watch Jurassic Park, and she was like, my son was like, "No, I'm not allowed to watch Jurassic Park." And the rest of the boys had to not watch Jurassic Park, and I was like shocked at how I did not consider Jurassic Park like any kind of movie that you like. Maybe when we were younger, we weren't allowed to watch like Family Guy was like a contested thing, or like some episodes of The Simpsons, kind of naughty. Maybe those. I think parents were afraid of The Simpsons. today I have learned that like such things like Jurassic Park and SpongeBob are like highly contested among parents about like whether people should be allowed to watch them like when they're 8 years old. Steve, thoughts on this?
I do like. I get Jurassic Park. Like it is. I remember Jurassic Park. I was so excited for that when it came out. But I would have been like 5 years old. That was '93, and it was playing at the drive-in, and I really wanted to go. And my mom was like, "No, I can't take. Like we can't take you there. Like you're too young." I got so mad. I went upstairs to my room and I just like hid under the bed for some reason. And then like when it came out on VHS, my mom did like buy it like the day it came out, and then I did get really scared with the Dilophosaurus scene when he eats Wayne Knight, whose name I can't, Nedry.
Was it the John?
No. He's the Newman from Seinfeld.
Oh, sure.
When the one that comes up and it's like kind of cute, then it's like, you know that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing comes out of its
like,
neck.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, yeah, that is pretty scary. Yeah, I guess T-Rex and the raptors are kind of scary too. So I do get people being hesitant to show that, but also suck it up.
Fair play. I haven't watched it. I should preface this by saying I haven't watched it in a really long time, and I guess it is violent in that like dinosaurs are eating people. But I guess I just think of like young kids, like 8-year-olds, as being like, yeah, really into dinosaurs, and I'm like, I don't know, like of course dinosaurs eat people, like of course, you know, like
of course.
I don't think of that as classic horror movie material.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Speaking of like, I guess animals. Let's transition to camping. I've never really gone camping. I know, Matt, you're a camper. Were you a camper as a youngster?
Yeah, I was thinking the sleepover situations I got into were actually probably what most people consider kind of spooky. Like, I would go to my friend Matt Johns' house. We would go out into the bush. We'd pitch a tent. We'd be just like a couple 11-year-olds in the middle of nowhere with hatchets and things like that, and making our own fires.
You brought
and stuff.
Hatchets?
Yeah, because we had to we made our own fires and stuff.
Wow.
I was in Scouts, which requires a lot of camping in the woods in the middle of nowhere. And this is right around the time the Blair Witch Project came out. So I think, going in remote woods and camping and spooky things happening was kind of on people's minds. I wish I had some spooky stories about camping, but nothing spooky ever really happened.
The woods can be spooky. I guess, like, I've never really camped. I've done, like, the backyard camping. Me and my friends, we would rough it, too, like you guys. You guys would go into the woods. Me and my friends would rough it. Again, I remember going to Scott McGregor's. We'd go out into their yard next to the pool and hot tub and just, we'd rough it.
Did you bring a hatchet?
We brought, like, Nerf. We got Nerf. It was Nerf or nothing. I do remember this was scary. I just remember this last year when we were going through episodes prepping for the first season. This is the weirdest thing. So we would have been like, probably like 10, 11. We were over. It was me, Scott, and Brad Foster. And having a good time. We're out in the tent. I remember I snuck out the swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated to be like, guys, check this out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at these bikinis.
We didn't bring any hatchets, but there was definitely some hardwood in that tent. But all of a sudden, I don't remember if we were trying to go to sleep or if Brad fell asleep and me and Scott were still up just talking. But all of a sudden, Brad Foster, I don't know what was going on, but he kind of got up in like a weird sleepwalky state. But he wasn't sleepwalking. He was just kind of like his eyes were kind of almost rolled back, and he was just going and he was butting us with his head and stuff, and it was the weirdest thing. And we were both at first oh, this is a joke, he's goofing on us. But then we were getting more us being Brad was getting more and more panicked, being oh, come on, Brad. Brad, what's Brad? And then he just went back to sleep. But if this happened now where I'm at as a 36-year-old, I'd be oh, he's having some sort of seizure or night terror. But yeah, as a child, yeah, seeing a friend do something really weird at night was a scary moment.
Steve, do you think you'd find camping spooky today if you went out and did real camping? Are you scared of it?
Scared of ticks and Lyme disease.
Right, that's fair. Yeah.
I'd go camping sometime though. Definitely.
Mm.
As long as I have all the amenities, RV fully stocked, hot tub.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. Luis, were you a camper?
Nah, as a kid, I never went camping. The earliest I went camping was like whenever we went, and which was, how early was that?
Oh, maybe like 8 years ago.
8 years ago? Yeah. So
Yeah.
not as a kid, but later.
Did you ever like me and Matt? Did you ever like rough it out in the woods of a friend's house?
No, really no. Like,
Yeah. Would you have been like too scared to do it? Do you think?
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, sleeping in someone's house like as a sleepover, already scary, as you said, like unfamiliar environment, and then outside with like bug sounds, I don't know, the bug sounds alone, it's gonna make me not want to do that. They could be grasshoppers and I'd be like, don't love this.
I find the bug sounds kind of peaceful. Yeah, like the cricket sound at night in southwestern Ontario, it's kind of nice at night. You go out in the middle of the night, they're all just rubbing their legs together, and you're like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice, but you know what the scariest part is? In the morning, everything's dewy and gross.
Yeah.
You know, like, I just, ugh.
Yeah.
I love camping at night. Packing up the campsite in the morning sucks.
The only good part is the fire. That's it. Once you've had your snacks by a fire, that's it.
And that's something you can't have at a sleepover, or else Scott McGregor's mom gets really pissed at you. Okay, Susan, I can't light a fire in your den.
Were your sleepovers... My sleepovers tended to be, we're talking like Coca-Cola, chips, pizza, like just total garbage. You ever go to a sleepover and the scariest thing was that like you had a healthy mom who was like, hey, get your kale snacks?
No. No, I don't think I was... No, I'd probably... Yeah, usually pizza. Definitely like some Crush, like Orange Crush.
Yeah,
Grape Crush.
Yeah.
You get the fancy, like the champagne pop.
Hell yeah.
Popcorn, chips. Yeah, we're talking all the junk.
Yeah. I hear these stories about like modern parents who like enforce rules like, no sugar and things like that. Like, man, their sleepover must suck. Because like ours is like, parents like, yeah, have a whole bunch of garbage, kids, and stay up as late as you can and play video games.
Yeah.
And we used to like have to rent an Xbox, but we'd rent an Xbox and it was great. Loved it.
I can still remember the excitement of renting either a new game or a new console for like a sleepover thing. That's very exciting. And the junk food option, like when I think of, how sad that is for parents now, where it's like, can you imagine if you want to, if you can't even introduce that as a one night thing, because if they've never had sugar before, you're just asking for the worst trouble of your life. I guess my uncle, he's having all the cousins over, all the guy cousins. I was not invited.
Ooh.
But they had all the
sexist.
they had all the guy cousins over. I don't know if this is going to make it into the show, but I think this is funny. He had all the guy cousins over. And one of my cousins decided to drink so much, like he did not have a lot of pop at his house.
Oh no.
And he drank so much pop that he like passed out. And they tried to wake him, and no one could wake him. And they were like, wake up! I think it was Steve. And they were like, Steven, wake up, wake up! And like he like wouldn't move. And my uncle got real scared. And they ended up putting, those like muscle things on, like, my uncle had like one of those muscle things that like twitches your muscels.
Oh.
And like you
the
can like
electroshock ones?
Yeah, you can like electroshock. So they put it on. And they turned up the dial. And they said that they were trying to wake him with this. And I was like, my uncle sounds like the most irresponsible. Like, what? And he'd be shitting himself.
I'm just imagining like them having to call like an ambulance and them being like, what Why does he have why does he have match burns and electroshock? Someone's put, are these acupuncture needles? We were just trying to wake him up. We couldn't figure it out.
I'm sure that story has been exaggerated after the fact around tables in a funny way, but it's very funny to me that they were trying to wake him up. I'm like, he had how much pop? How much pop did he have?
The thing that scares me about drinking a lot of pop at a sleepover is the bathroom situation. When we'd camp in the woods, we're dudes, we just go outside to buy a tree. But man, you gotta put your shoes on, you gotta find your shoes. It's cold out there. The woods are genuinely spooky in the middle of the night when it's just you going to the bathroom. So sometimes I try to limit my intake of soda right before, but I can't resist an Orange Crush.
Yeah. Orange Crush turns into yellow mush, am I right?
Classic expression.
Everyone knows that. Crush before pissing.
Crush before 10?
There's something there.
Crush before sleep. In your shorts, pee will keep.
I mean, yeah, there's a flow there.
We'll figure it
there's
out.
definitely a flow there. Greetings and welcome back, Spooky Dukers. I am, of course, star of stage and screen and registered dog exorcist, Victor Lacoste. Charmed, I'm sure. We'll get to today's story in but a moment, but first, if you're in for a delightfully frightful time, watch my 1977 film, Grisly Business. In it, I play a bear scientist who leaves nature and gets a job at a big orthotics company where I soon begin to suspect my boss is a bear in disguise. What a premise. And now, here's a word from our sponsor.
What a game!
Great touchdown.
Great pass.
Thanks, but boy, did I work up a thirst.
Yeah, let's see what we've got. Milk, apple juice, Coke Zero, Mountain Dump, Sunny D, Boney M. Hey, purple stuff.
Purple stuff? All right.
Yeah, purple stuff.
That quenches a thirst.
And not only does it look purple, it tastes purple too.
Yeah, well, it's not quite like grape.
No.
I guess it's kind of fruity, like a berry mix, but also completely artificial.
That's weird. It doesn't taste anything like that to me.
What do you think it tastes like?
I think it tastes like there was a cereal I used to eat. I think we all used to eat it.
I can't even remember what I ate for breakfast today.
I can't either. I'm not even sure this is my house.
Do you remember how we got here?
We won the game.
The championship game?
But that was a long time ago. Wasn't it?
It was raining.
The roads were wet.
The car... We didn't make it, did we?
Oh, God.
Purple Stuff, the official drink of purgatory. Catacomb custodian here, snug as a bug in a rug. Sounds appetizing. Sleepovers. They're either a fun night with your closest pals or a terrifying trip into an unfamiliar locale. For Mikey, Dieter, and Albie, a night at the strange new kid's house sounds as far from a dream as they could get. But they'll soon discover it's a real nightmare. Will they stay safe, or will this slumber party see something wicked creep over? We open on a quiet suburban street. A burgundy Toyota Previa coasts to a stop outside a modest ranch-style house. In the passenger seat sits Mikey LeBikey. At the wheel is his father, Pikey LeBikey. Okay, kiddo, here we are. This is the Spookenstein house, yep.
Dad, do I have to go?
Well, yeah, you gotta go. What's the matter? It's a fun little sleepover slumber party. You're gonna have all kinds of fun, I'm sure, with your play boxes and your video boxes and your VHS tape boxes, mixing up your craft dinner on your hot plates, telling jokes about cultures you don't understand.
But Dad, it's the new kid. He's so weird.
Well, of course he's weird. He's a new kid. All you kids are weird. He's probably going through puberty fast. What's his name? Spookenstein? Sounds Eastern European. They always hit puberty fast in Eastern Europe.
But what if, like, sleepovers work differently where he's from? Like, what if they eat people and, like, I'm the sacrifice?
That'd be great. As your sister, I'm very pleased to be rid of you.
No, don't listen to Nike back there, Mikey. Nike, shut up. I'm sorry, hon.
Oh my god, Dad. You can't just tell me to shut up.
You're 16. I can tell you to shut up if I want.
Wow, that's a lot older than I thought I was.
We did lie on your birth certificate, hon. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're still in 5th grade, but you should be in high school right now.
Oh my god, this changes my world.
Did you ever notice you're like twice the size of all the other kids?
Yeah, I guess I should have noticed.
Nike, we'll talk about this when we get home. Mikey, look, don't let your sister get in your head. Nothing spooky's gonna happen. As a matter of fact, I know for a fact they have the exact same sleepovers in Eastern Europe that they have right here in North America. You know, with your CD-ROM games and your mix tapes and your...
Poisoned popsicles!
Did you say poison or boison?
Poisoned. Mikey, you're not even gonna make it out tonight.
Oh, man, I wanted to live.
We all want to live, Mikey. And that's what you're going to do. Get in there and live. Also, hey, the meter's running. It's $26.50. Mikey steps out of the van with a reluctant sigh. His mood brightens at the sight of his two best friends. Oh, hey, look, it's Mikey.
Oh, hey, Dieter.
Hey, what's up? I rode up on my Huffy.
Oh, hey, there's Albie. Hey, Albie.
Hey, how's it going?
You guys excited for this, or? Because I'm not.
I don't know. This Damien kid seems weird.
I saw him eat a fly.
What?
Yeah, there was a fly buzzing around his face. It flew right into his mouth, and he just swallowed. And then he looked around like, is anybody looking? And he went, yum, and he rubbed his tummy.
That's like you and boogers.
That was one time, and I forgot my lunch.
Guys, what's wrong with eating your own burgers?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, I walked in the washroom, and I saw him giving himself bangs.
Seriously?
This guy's just weird.
Well, do you guys want to ditch?
I guess we could go to my... Hey, kids! Hey, come on in! Come on in! I'm Mrs. Spookenstein!
Hi, Mrs. Spookenstein.
Oh, it's so nice to meet Damien's little friends. He's so excited to meet all the kids in the neighborhood.
Oh, that's great. I mean, we're so excited to be here.
Yeah, come on in, come on in.
Okay.
Hi, Mrs. Spookenstein. I guess we gotta go in, guys.
Too late to back out now. The trio shuffle into the dim foyer of the Spookenstein residence. This is a beautiful house you have here.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Well, here's Damien. Hey, Damien.
Hey, Damien.
I like your bangs. They're looking good.
Very cool. Nice all-black velvet three-piece suit.
I thought that you would like it.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
cool.
Well, I'm wearing my pajama pants already. They got Spider-Man on them.
You know, they say when you have guests to your home, you should really dress up and make it special for them.
Oh, well, here in North America...
I'm from North America. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Oh, I
thought
thought
you
you
were
were
from
Eastern Europe. Just
No,
the
no.
name. Sounds
Oh.
very
No.
I was just going to say, in North America, we wear Spider-Man pajama pants.
If you were going to be respectful of the invitation, I think, I did say it was more formal, yes.
It did say there's a dress code, which I...
Oh, shit, you guys are wearing full suits. Oh, shit.
Hey, Damien, can I ask you a question? How old are you? Because, I'm 11.
I'm also 11.
I am also 11.
Just your voice, it sounds like a older man voice.
I get that a lot, but I think it's just that I like intellectual pursuits, let's say.
Right.
Okay.
Is your dad here?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I'm just curious. We met your mom, Mrs. Spookenstein, and she was really nice.
I'm still here.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you behind that
I'll
marble
disappear.
statue.
You kids have fun.
What? She just disappeared into like a puff of smoke.
No, she didn't. She went to the kitchen to fix us some American snacks.
Oh, right on. So where are we hanging out tonight? we hanging out in a cool TV room or something?
I was going to take you to the study.
What's
that?
Do you have is there a Sega Dreamcast in there?
There's a lot of books. I have many encyclopedias for tonight. It's going to be a very fun time.
Oh, because I bought Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 for the PlayStation. I thought you'd have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh, a what?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the PlayStation.
No, but I do have a Ouija board.
That sounds cool.
I'm cool. That sounds fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw an American movie where the young boys try out the Ouija board and they.
I saw the same one, but as a girl.
And in this one, yes.
Damien, if you're from America, we don't have to say it's an American thing when we're here.
Sure we do, because otherwise you might think I was talking about the French film that I watched the other weekend. Don't you guys watch French films in your spare time? They get naked a lot.
Oh, no way. Yuck. They don't shave their pits. Ugh.
Hey, Damien, I have a question for you. Do you shave your pits?
Yeah.
Okay, now, come to the study. We're going to open up some encyclopedias. Maybe we'll have some junk food.
Yeah. Do you have Crush?
What?
Orange Crush?
What is that?
Cream soda?
What's that?
Grape soda?
Are we going to do the do?
Do the do.
Is Dr. Pepper making a house call?
No, my mother will be using the juicer tonight. We'll be having a lot of things out of the juicer.
Juicer?
Is that like a nickname for your soda stream?
No, my favorite is she juices up. Actually, they're not vegetables we put in there. Sometimes she juices up some liver, and the result is just excellent. You'll have energy to stay up all night. It's very exciting.
Liver.
Okay.
It looks very red. Some people get very freaked out, but it's just the added beets that she puts in.
Oh, okay.
But you're gonna love it. It's so good. Such an energy boost.
It doesn't sound great, but I'll take your word for it.
Best sleepover ever!
We're in the gloom of the library. Dusty, leather-bound volumes fill the towering bookshelves. Not a PlayStation in sight. Hey, Mikey?
Yeah, Dieter, what's up?
What the fuck happened to Albie?
Okay, Albie walked in the door with us.
He definitely came in the door with us. I swear he was standing right beside me, and then it was like he just disappeared all of a sudden.
Yeah, and did you hear those screams? It sounded like Albie screaming, "Help, please help me, they're gonna turn me into juice." I just thought that was a figment of my imagination. Sometimes I hear voices.
I thought that was the doorbell.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, sorry.
Hey,
We're coming.
Damien.
We're coming.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Twister?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I thought that tonight we could play classic American game, Twister. It'd be so fun.
Yeah, I'm very limber and flexible. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm 11 years old.
Do you want me to spin it?
What do you mean?
Well, you spin that thing, the dial. Have you?
Oh, I thought we were going to look up different twisters that have hit the United States at different points, and then talk about them.
Oh. I guess we could.
It's a little different than the version I'm used to.
Oh, well, there is a lot of books in here. You were right about there being lots of books in your study.
I've had a lot of time to read.
A lot of books about twisters.
Yeah, there's a whole shelf here on twisters. And there's this one book. Is this Latin? I think I have a...
At my old school, we learned many languages.
Hey, check out over here. There's a box underneath the shelf. It's full of old swimsuit issues of Sports Illustrated.
All right, let's pull those out.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Hey, what is this? This one is also Latin. It just looks like there's like a skull on the front.
Oh, this must be the Latin version of Sports Illustrated. This bikini looks like it's made of like goat horns and some sort of
Whoa! How did you
skin?
guys find this? This is not for you. These are for my dad. I'm not supposed to look at these.
Oh.
He hosts a meeting here with a bunch of people, but I'm not allowed to come down during his big parties, but we should not read this.
Hey, quick question, Damien. There's like a lot of like, I mean, to my 11-year-old eyes, looks like, I don't know, soundproofing? Do you guys like record music in here or something? Do you have like drums or a bass drum?
Hey, I'm kind of curious about these black candles. Like there's these like tall black candles. Do not have electric lighting in here or something?
And Damien, how come there's only 3 of us, but I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 open juices? There's like 7 cups of juices that are like all through different stages of having been drunk, as if there was 7 people drinking them before, but now there's not 7 people here. There's also like it looks like someone was writing a note here, and like halfway through the pencil gets scribbled down as if they were like grabbed and dragged away.
Oh.
There's fingernail marks.
Hey, Damien, I have a question. I see that there's like a sacrificed goat in the middle of the room here. What's that about?
Where are we going with this?
Damien, can we just bust out the Ouija board already?
Let's do it.
Light up these strange black candles, and let's smear some of this sacrificed goat blood on us.
You guys, I'm so excited to Ouija.
What's Ouija?
Yeah, let's Ouija like Luigi.
All right. Have you done this before? Because I've never done this.
Well, this is the planchette, and we put our hands on it, and I guess we gotta call it to like, I don't know, do you want to call it to a spirit?
Spirit Halloween, come to us.
Oh, it comes in October, don't worry.
Sometimes earlier.
Yeah, usually September. I guess September usually.
Yeah.
Is it a big deal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the best. Everything looks so cheap and everything is so expensive. It's the best.
Yeah, you're like, this definitely costs about 15 cents to make, but they're selling it for $15.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess, yeah, we can call it the spirit of Halloween. That sounds real spooky dooky. So we put our hands on the planchette. And now we'll say, Spirit, Spirit, if you're there, let us know.
Look, the little dial thing is moving. It's going, I'm here.
Whoa.
How are you dudes doing today? Wow, this thing moves really fast.
Yeah, what a cool spirit too.
Wow. It says, my name is Albie.
What? Albie?
Albie? That's our friend's name.
The friend that disappeared. I thought maybe he's in the bathroom.
I definitely thought he was in the bathroom too.
Does that mean he's dead?
Let's ask him. Albie, are you dead?
It just said, yeah, dudes, I'm super dead. Hold on, guys. What if it's not the same Albie? Like, what if it's not our friend Albie and he's still in the bathroom and this is some other Albie? We should probably clarify.
Yeah, ask that exact question.
Hey, is this Albie Mortimer, our friend who came to the super creepy house for a sleepover?
Oh, it's moving. Yes, it is me, Albie Mortimer, your friend who came to the super creepy house for a sleepover. I'm not in the bathroom taking a really long piss.
You guys! Well, I'm starting to get very scared. I think maybe we should watch a movie or do something more traditional for a sleepover.
But Damien, don't you see? Albie was here with us, and now he's a ghost. That means there's something in your house.
I think we should ask my mom for that juice now.
But
Juice! You said juice! I'm here with the juice. Here's some liver juice for you and for you.
Oh,
and
thank
for
you, Mom. Have you seen, actually, wasn't there someone else we invited? There's another child?
Nope.
I swear our friend Albie was here with us.
Never heard of him.
Mom, I'm just remembering. Remember the other week I had a sleepover in my old school?
Yep.
And I'm a little fuzzy on the details. Where did my other friends go?
Well, we moved.
It's all coming back to me now. Didn't I invite children over for sleepover before we moved?
Yes, and you had a lovely time reading books about tornadoes.
Right. And if I called them, do you think they'd answer my call?
If you had a telephone, but no telephones here.
Hey, Mrs. Spookenstein, I'm finished my juice. Can you get me another?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back. From the meat grinder, I mean the juicer.
Damien, Mikey, don't drink that.
Oh, but why? I was really thirsty, and there's no orange crush in sight.
No, look, I threw mine into that plant, and look, the plant's dying.
Well, that'd probably happen with orange crush, too, because,
You
like,
killed
plants...
my mother's plant?
Look at that ficus. It was
I'm going
gorgeous.
to be in so much trouble.
Guys, look, no, look at the juices that I knocked on the floor. It's burning a hole in this mahogany rug. Rug? Why is the rug mahogany? Are you sure you're not Eastern European? Only in Eastern Europe can you buy a mahogany rug. Look, Damien, I think what's happening is your mom's putting forget-me stuff into that drink. So you're forgetting things. I mean, look at you. You're clearly a 50-year-old man.
What? I'm not.
You have a mustache. Look at those shoes you're wearing.
I've been in middle
Wingtips?
school just like you this whole time.
But have you? Let's flash back. Roll call. Mikey LeBikey?
Present.
Albie Mortimer?
Present.
Dieter Niedermeyer? Here. All right, that's it. See? You weren't there.
What do you mean? I just moved here. How could I have been there?
That's a good point. Let's go to your other school. Remember? Think back. Okay, time to do roll call here at Damien's old school. Damien was the guy who used to go to school here in 1975, but then he disappeared. Anyways, let's see. Crikey LeMikey.
Here.
Scotty McCotty.
Here.
Flop Sweat McGee.
Here.
All right, that's everybody. See?
Oh my god. I've never been to school ever?
Oh my god, look. The Ouija board's going nuts. It says your mom is the South Side Strangler.
Whoa. Oh my god, it's still moving. It says, all of us are here.
Mikey, do you see it say something?
Oh, yeah. It says, run, quick, she's coming. Oh, hello, children. I'm here with more liver juice.
No, this happens every time. Every time at the sleepover, you make us drink the juice.
Oh, Damien, just drink the juice and everything will be okay.
I'm going to have to move again.
Well, yeah, we move around a lot. It's the way to see the world.
Well, guess what, Mrs. Spookenstein?
Are you about to regale me with facts about twisters?
Yeah.
Let's hear them.
Well, there's 5 different categories of twisters, the biggest being an F5.
Fascinating.
F5 tornadoes can sometimes reach 1 kilometer in diameter.
Ooh, interesting.
The biggest tornadoes, however, happen on the planet Mars.
As this is happening, Mrs. Spookenstein is like trying to dump some of the liquid down Mikey's throat.
And as this is happening, Damien raises a giant glass, like it's like a goblet, over Mrs. Spookenstein, and then he bashes it over her head.
Ooh!
Mikey, you didn't drink any of that juice, did you?
No, it is weird. She kept trying to like pour it down my throat. I just kept being like, please don't do that.
Oh, guys, the Ouija board. It says run again.
Oh.
Guys, you have to leave. You have to get out of this place. But for me, there is no winning. I am realizing I am a 50-year-old man.
Damien, in these last 37 minutes, I've come to realize you're just like us. A boy lost in a body he doesn't understand, trying to find out who he is in this crazy world.
And now I understand too. You both tried to save Albie.
Pretty sure Albie's dead.
Yeah, I think Albie's really dead. He sounded
Albie's
dead.
really dead, I think.
I think he's in the liquid, actually, in the liver juice.
You can see there's his glasses.
Yeah.
I just mean if his body happens to be upstairs. But I'm going to drink this poison now.
I mean, if you gotta drink it, I was gonna say, like, my mom will probably adopt it. She's always wanted, like, an Eastern European 50-year-old as a son.
Stop saying that. I'm from here.
My dream's always to have been like the end of the Goonies, where Chunk just takes home Sloth. Just bring home a random, fully grown man to your family and say, you're going to live with us? That's the kind of thing I want to do.
But I mean, if you want to get murdered by your mom, I guess that's cool. You do you.
Do you really think I could come to school with you and live a regular life? Like
Yeah.
I was E.T. or something?
Yeah.
My parents will never notice. We got like a basement they never go into. Just be like Stranger Things. They just like never come down there and see that there's like a little person living there.
And you think I have a chance to be a normal person after all that has happened?
I mean, realistically, you'll be a bit of a freak, but I mean, it's probably better than being murdered, no?
That's probably just because of your bangs. Once those grow out, though, people won't even notice.
And I can still wear 3-piece suits to school?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get it. Yeah, why not?
You could just be that weird kid who wears a suit to school.
This is the best sleepover I've ever had.
The first one you've had where everyone doesn't die.
People have still died, though. I guess, though, comparatively, this would still, be the best sleepover.
One person dead is still much better than 3 people dead.
Yeah. Oh, no, your mom's getting back up.
Oh, I hit my head. Oh, children, here, drink this. Drink it now. Drink the liver juice.
There's one thing you forgot, Mrs. Spookenstein. I never go to a sleepover without my trusty hatchet. Drink this.
Oh, my life is disappearing.
Wow, that was actually really hard for me to watch, even though I understand that she's bad.
Yeah, that's kind of... I'm a little bit scared. You just bring a hatchet everywhere?
Well, any sleepover I go to, yeah.
Really? Like the one we had last weekend? You just had a hatchet under your pillow the entire time?
I think that
Yeah.
now, based on the actions of this evening, you're more scary than I am.
Guys, no, look, Albie had it coming. I mean, Mrs. Spookenstein had it coming.
Wait.
What?
What?
Oh, guys. I'm sorry. I can't let you leave.
Well. Looks like these boys learned to never judge a book by its cover. Perhaps we shouldn't be afraid of things that are strange and unusual, because there might be something more frightening closer than we think. I personally think all kids are creepy. I mean, I am the catacomb custodian, not the cata-womb custodian. Anyways, that's it for this week. But our ghosts with the most will be back next week with more thrills and more chills. Until then, sweet screams and a bootaloo.
This has been an S&M Experience production, produced and edited by Stephen T. Holmes and Matthew Miner. Theme music provided by John Muter and Birds Got Your Back. Need something made for your creative project? Check out birdsgotyourback.com. Special thanks to the Cultural Collective for the gracious use of their spooky studio space. And if you're looking for more comedy content, subscribe to the S&M Experience on YouTube for monthly sketch comedy videos. And thank you so much for listening. Sleep fright and have pleasant screams. Yes, screams.